Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome to one of our last preview and predictions of the year. Today, we'll be covering tripleS. I've already covered a ton of other groups if you'd like to check those out. And if you like this mini series, let me know down in the comments if you want me to bring it back next year. So, tripleS is a group that I've been following since way back with their Assemble 24 album. I was really attracted to the insanely large lineup of 24 members, which is something you would only really see on the level of a survival show, but quickly I fell in love with their music. I mean, if we really want to talk about hidden gems within the fifth generation, I'd say tripleS is loaded with them. Not to mention, I think they have one of the biggest discographies within the fifth generation as well, mainly because of their subunit work. I mean, kind of inevitable considering how difficult it would be to always have all 24 members ready to go for new music, but this was such a smart move by them. But what makes their subunits unique compared to everyone else is that they switch up their lineups all the time, so it keeps things fresh. And in my opinion, their subunit work is some of their best work. For example, Cameo Love and Inner Dance. But their group work has been really impressive as well, especially with Assemble 25 being my personal favorite release from them so far, which had Diablo, Too Hot, and Love Child being some absolute bangers. But now that we're pretty much halfway through the year, I'm looking forward to Assemble 26, assuming they continue with their annual group album. Now, one thing that I've always struggled with tripleS is finding my bias, and following them for about 2 years, it's sad to say, but I still don't know who to pick. This will probably be the only group that I consider OT24 because there just hasn't really been an opportunity to see them on an individual level, at least not enough for me to find a bias. So that's probably one of the things I'd love to see from them, and that's solo work. Kind of hard with 24 members, but imagine like an album dedicated to straight solo work and there's like 24 songs. That would be one hell of a release, but also kind of unrealistic. It's just too much work for the production team. Now, I will say I love seeing their on-stage performances. For example, I know they performed at the Melon Music Awards a couple years back, and it was pretty cool to see an underrated group like them take on one of the biggest stages in K-pop, and also for the choreo. There's just so many moving parts. It's nothing super explosive like ITZY or LE SSERAFIM's choreo, but they take advantage of their 24-member lineup, which really fills up the stage, but they make it work. Now, I think tripleS has a ton of potential to become a standout group among the fifth generation, mainly because of their uniqueness of being such a large group, but also for their artistry, especially in a world where we are seeing so much AI slop being added onto songs, music videos, and so forth. I still feel like tripleS has that genuine human touch when it comes to their work, and I hope they keep it that way. Now, I wouldn't really compare them to NMIX, but tripleS offers a great variety of music. And also, I feel like it's because of their resources. I wouldn't really compare them to other groups from the big four companies who have practically an unlimited budget behind them, so this really forces tripleS to be creative. Plus, I think it's a lot harder to chase trends, as AI can really help churn out songs a lot faster, so it kind of forces them to make their songs count. Not to mention, tripleS is a group that has basically been around since the beginning of the fifth generation, but have never really reached the status of being contenders. I mean, it felt like they were building their foundation with Assemble 24 to reach that level, but since then, it just never really took off. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say they've fallen off. They're actually pretty decent domestically, which I think matters most here, but I think if they really want to reach that higher status, realistically, the competition is just too tough for them, unfortunately. There's plenty of younger groups who have seen greater success in a shorter time frame, and the fifth generation is still growing. On top of that, the fourth generation is still out here dominating the industry. So long term, I think tripleS could struggle to reach that upper echelon of groups, or even if they do reach it, I think it'll be hard for them to maintain. I mean, I think another element that plays a bigger role into these groups and their popularity is the impact of individual members and their fans. I mean, no offense, but I don't think any of the members of tripleS are on the level of like 99% of the members of any primetime 5th gen groups out there. And that's not just pure talent, but more so star power. And that's the disadvantage of having so many members in a group. It's just too many idols to keep track of, and it's harder to distinguish who are the pillars of the group. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why I never talk about tripleS in my idol tier list videos, because it's just overkill. So where does this take them moving forward? I think they'll keep dropping some great music, but I don't really see them in the race for a day song anytime soon. I think the fifth generation is just moving a bit too fast for them to keep up with, so it looks like they'll just remain stagnant, but I hope they prove me wrong. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on tripleS moving forward? Let me know down in the comments. Now, we only have one more group before getting into my main videos of the year, so be on the lookout for that. Now, if you enjoyed the video, then drop a like as it does help me out a lot here, and consider subscribing for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and take care.